This is a Gatling gun mounted with a radio which emits annoying music to dishearten the enemy.
Imagine you're going to sleep on Christmas Eve and your mother tells you that Santa is going to be dropping off your gift in the morning. You go to sleep all excited and snuggled up in your comfy little bed, but then when you wake up and visit the Christmas tree, there aren't any gifts. How do you feel? Upset and hard done, right? Well, this is what we call a false promise. In literature, film, and the dramatic arts, a principle called Chekhov's gun ensures that writers do not make such false promises to their audience. Chekhov's gun is kind of different to just prevention of a false promise though. It basically says that if you say in the first chapter that there is a rifle hanging on the wall, then in the third or fourth chapter, that rifle must go off. Any elements that are set up for whatever reason have to have a payoff by the end of the book. Chekhov's gun basically implies that every single element of your film should be of a recurring nature and must be crucial to the advancement of your plot. And if it isn't integral to the same, then it doesn't belong there in the first place. So in this video essay, I'm going to be using my time to talk about what a huge fan I am of Jojo Rabbit and how Taika Waititi delivers an absolute masterclass on Chekhov's gun, not only in terms of props, but all forms of motifs and lines of dialogues, heck, even characters. For starters, we have the Deutsches Junkfolk daggers that Captain K introduces to the audience and literally says to the little Nazis,
"You should never be without them."
Thereafter, we see little Johannes play with the dagger multiple times, and we see him use it on screen one last time when he opens the door to the attic until he finally loses it to fake Inger, also known as the Jew host, also known as Elsa.
Lose something.
And now that little Johannes has lost the one item he was specifically told to keep on him at all times, he must face the consequences for it when the Gestapo come knocking on his door.
Where is your knife? You must always carry your DJ knife. Where is it?
I left it. It's here.
Finally, at the end of the scene, Captain K returns his dagger to him. We think we're done with the dagger, which we've seen used as an integral prop, but then Waititi decides to bring it back one last time in a devastating moment. Then again, you could say that the dagger is the central prop to the narrative, much like the suitcase in Pulp Fiction or the lunchbox in, well, the lunchbox. So what we're going to do is we're going to inspect another prop which follows the same principle in the film, the You Who Jude expose authored by Jojo. Throughout the film, Jojo wants to be an asset to the German cause, and after he's injured, he feels lost and desolate. Imaginary Hitler convinces him to make this a win-win situation by writing an expose on Jews with the help of fake Inger. The book helps form a relationship between two unlikely friends in fake Inger and Jojo, and soon comes to represent and symbolize the relationship, much like another prop, Dead Nathan's fake letters. Waititi develops both props and the relationship between the two characters simultaneously, and uses the prop as a symbolic reminder to Jojo about his relationship with fake Inger, as well as what his mother stood for. It is through You Who Jude that Jojo realizes what he has left in the world, and it is through the letters that he finally comes clean to fake Inger.
Don't worry about Jojo. He'll be okay.
Now, my personal favorite part about the way Waititi employs Chekhov's gun is that he doesn't restrict it to props but to all forms of elements. Any character we introduce to is always brought back later in the film, be it the rude dude from camp, the German shepherds, or even the clones who need walking. Waititi manages to do the same with motifs in this film. The most popular motif, of course, being the fact that Jojo
Can't tie your shoelaces even though you're 10 years old.
This action or motif, much like the butterflies motif, is set up and repeated several times in the film, and we think it's just the trait of an innocent child with much to learn about the world. But Waititi pays off even a simple action like this with one of the most powerful moments in the film. And then we bear witness to this beautiful and poignant moment when we finally get to see Jojo complete his character arc. Waititi is able to deliver such precious moments simply by following one of the most basic tenets of storytelling, by simply keeping to his word. Similar to this, there are a lot of other elements that are paid off extremely well during the course of this film, such as the eponymous rabbit, the eyes of the tiger, Rilke's poetry, and of course, my personal favorite motif.
We have to dance to show God we are grateful to be alive. Dancing's for people who are free.
It's an escape from all this.
Moving forward, I hope you analyze films to see whether the elements within follow this principle or not, and I hope you revere Jojo Rabbit for the ultimate masterclass it is on the same. This is the first of hopefully many video essays on my opinions on cinema. This is specifically the one on Chekhov's gun, and this is Sid. Thanks for watching.